All right.
Okay. Let me know when
We're
I'm
live.
on.
We don't have anybody yet, I don't think. Ange?
Hello, Phil. Hello,
Hello.
everybody that
Hello.
wants to come see some tarot cards. I have the Chubby Bunny Tarot in my hand. If you want to see that, stick around. I don't know if that's the real name of the deck. It's just what I call it.
The Chubby Bunny, huh?
It sounds better than Fat Rabbit, don't you think? But hey, whatever.
Oh,
Call it
man.
what you want. I don't know. I don't know all the names to all the decks I have. And I have a lot of tarot.
Yes.
Yes. Is someone in here with us yet?
We've got a few people just coming
Hi, guys.
coming and going.
It'd be
Looks
nice
like
if Phil told me you were here. Hi.
There's Angie's...
This is some of the collection, the Oracle
we've
and
never
Tarot.
been with
And then
Angie
here
before.
is the Tarot. So,
That's
and we're going to go to a tarot
crazy.
store that's downtown in Salt Lake. I think it's called Elemental Inspirations. And they have a huge selection. We're going to go check them out. We haven't been there probably like a year. But it seems like a good thing to do a little later today. Just in case I need another deck, right?
Dawn is saying, hey, everyone.
Hey there. Hey, good to see you. Phil is obviously reading the screen.
Yes,
I don't have my
we're
phone,
back.
so I can't see
I'm
what's
back
going
with
on.
Ange.
But Phil is with us today. So, yay. So, all right. What you
Wow.
seeing, baby?
Just a lot of coming and going. If anybody has a question, Angie
So,
always
all right,
does a
we're gonna
few
shuffle up these
freebies.
cards.
So if you like to
Yeah,
get
I'll do a
freebie
few of the
read,
free micros, and then we'll get going to the paid list.
let's rock and roll,
So,
man.
yeah.
Let's get this show on the road,
It's
Ange.
11:01. It's been 1 whole minute. Let's answer some damn questions right now. Somebody's got an attitude. It's Phil. He's a problem.
Why? Am I?
I need to bust your balls a little bit already.
I guess
Yeah,
so.
I guess so. So, good morning, guys. Good morning. Phil's home, and that always makes me a little happier, sometimes a little feistier, but we've got some time. If you've got a quick question, go ahead and ask. I've already looked at some cards for someone else today and didn't even plan to.
All right, Amber, how is Jason feeling towards me?
Amber, how is Jason feeling towards you? For Amber, let's take a quick peek. We're going to just do a micro. That's 3 cards. Whoa, in your case, 4. We've got the Nine of Pentacles, your independence over here. Temperance, the Magician, and the Ten of Pentacles. I think he likes the thoughts of you. He feels about you quite good. He's trying to figure out what to adapt, what to adjust, what to modify. I think he sees something special about you. The Ten of Pentacles is something about legacy breaker and how you leave your mark in the family. He may be considering how you fit into his world. And he likes your independence and the strong streak of independence that you have. When you show him that, that's what is magical. That is what is attractive to him. This right here. So I think he's feeling good about you. He finds you interesting, finds you curious. Fascinating might be pushing it, but definitely you're in his mind more than he would probably admit to his buddies. That's what I got.
Wow, Ange.
Whoa! And crazy wild cards. Yeah.
Oh,
So that's what I got.
Brandy's here.
Hey there, Brandy. Hey.
Krista's here.
Hey, Krista. Hey.
And Amber said thank you. So
You're welcome.
we're
You're welcome.
using the iPad today. Usually we use
Yes.
Angie's phone, so I'm holding the cards and like, wow.
And he's like feeling miles away, and he's only like less than a foot further away than he usually is. So yeah.
So Brandy's saying, hey, been missing y'all.
Hey, hey.
Much love to you all. Krista said.
Thank you.
Jessica said hello.
Hi, Jessica.
And Dawn has a question. Will her finances get
Okay,
better?
Dawn. Will your finances get better? Let's take a look. We're gonna look in. I think it's David Corsi's The Pictorial Key Tarot. Dawn, will your finances get better? It feels like something is sluggish to start. What's going on with that? Feels like it's gonna take some time. I don't like that answer. I'd rather just say, yeah, you're winning the lottery tomorrow, but that's not what's coming through. So what's going on? Will your finances get better? Yes, they will, but it's going to take a little bit. It feels like you've experienced a loss. What's going on here is the truth is there's a big reward coming, but you have to go down the path a bit before you find it. Now let's see what else is going on. It feels like there's been a loss of late. I don't know what was the loss or what's the grief about, but it feels like you got to get really straight up, accountable, truthful about what it is that you want to change, to create, and the big reward is there, but it is down the path. I'm getting the sense that it's not going to improve ridiculously in the next month. It's going to be small incremental improvements. It feels like for the next 3 months. I don't know why. That's the sensation I'm getting. So this season is one to be thrifty and frugal, not overspend, but keep building. So if you're putting away $10 for yourself each month, then do it. If you can put 15 or 20, then do it. It doesn't feel like they're going to get tremendously better fast. So be aware. But it does feel like the big reward is coming. It's just a little in the distance. Anything else? Yeah, you're going to have to really do some soul searching for the next month or so to figure out what is priority to you and shed some light up on that. That's what I'm getting there. Anything else? There is this feeling that you're all alone in this with the Hermit coming through. It feels like, are you the only one going through this, or is nobody understanding maybe the pickle that you're in right now, or how tricky it is to manage? And you're not the only one going through this, so be patient. There's a lot of people trying to figure out, how are we going to make this work? A lot of people are experiencing that Two of Pentacles feelings where it's gas or groceries. How do I balance? How do I budget? How do I figure it out? How do I create more, create something new? What do I do? Try not to stress yourself out about that too much, all right? Try to be patient with yourself. You're not doing this all on your own. Many of us are having that discomfort. So anything else? Yeah, there's one more in here. Give me a second. There is a perfect partnering coming. This is like the Two of Cups. This is choices, business choices, sometimes friends, soulmates, kindred spirits, perfect partnering coming. And it feels like it's coming. Again, it doesn't feel like it's this month. It's going to be further down the track than that. But look for opportunities. Keep your mind open and don't just blatantly say no to anything that's an opportunity. If it's something you just know you're saying no out of just like not wanting to consider, give it a second thought. Okay, that's what I got. That's complete.
All right, Ange.
Yeah. And this has a great book. I think it's Cassandra B. is the author that featured this. And that's when I went and got this deck, is after I got the book, actually. And it's gorgeous. It's really good for learning tarot on. So, yeah.
To your commercial.
Here's my commercial. Where? Oh, there it is. Ta! This is what we're doing. $20 for the blind reading. That's when I go into the Oracle decks over there. And I just grab what comes through and bring that out. You don't ask a question. $30 for the year ahead. That's when the 2 in the middle plus the 12 months around. Clarifiers as they see fit. Usually that's 2 decks, sometimes 3 coming into play at that. But that's what that is. No questions asked on that. If we go for the questions, if you want a regular tarot read, that's the full and the mini. The mini is 30. The full is 40. It's usually 7 to 10 or 15 to 20 cards. I do tend to get nosy. So often it's more than that. So I just go in on that. If you want a past life crystal ball or bones reading, I throw the cards with those, incorporate the 2 together. Those take a little longer. And those are my specialty reads. I love the past life readings. But you can have any of those. Those are $50 and they are fascinating. Always, always fascinating. But they do take a while. We record the whole show and put it up on the tube a little bit later. And here's how you can pay me. Honey, will you show that a little closer for them?
Sure thing.
So it's Venmo is the @A Feisty Butterfly. Cash App is the $ and the THE, the Feisty Butterfly. And PayPal is afeistybutterfly@gmail.com. So that's the scoop.
Right. Okay, and Don did say, oh my God, you hit it on the head. As usual,
You
you're
could-
my favorite.
Thank you. Thank you. I hope it helps you, honey. Hang in there. Yeah.
Okay,
All right.
Brandy has a quick question. Will I get the call about the job I've been hoping for?
Brandy, will you get the call about the job you've been hoping for? Let me find the deck. Truly, we're going into Mind's Eye. I'm quite surprised, but that's where we're going. Mind's Eye Tarot. Will you get the call about the job you've been hoping for? Something's askew. Something's off kilter, out of whack. Something is not calibrated correctly. You've got the 2 of Swords and 2 of Pentacles. You're trying to adjust. One looks as good as the other. It looks like you're in the running, but it doesn't look like that you're going to get the call right away. The Page of Pentacles, there's some reluctance and hesitancy here, even though there's a gift and a reward. It is like you're in strong competition for something. I don't think you're going to get the call soon. None of these say an outright no, but that's the way it feels. It feels like they're still hesitant to make decisions, reluctant to make decisions and choices, and you're showing up as good as you can, as strong as you possibly could. You haven't done anything wrong or done anything ineffective. Let's look a little bit more. Yeah, I don't think so. This one is slow to make choices, slow to make... It doesn't feel like the phone's ringing off the hook this week or even next. Are you even looking at the right job? Hang on. I want to get a little nosy for you, honey. Brandy's one of our regulars, so it's like I want to go in there and be looking. What about the job coming up that you need to know? What do you need to know about the job coming up? 2 of Pentacles. Yeah, it's just juggling. This is a repeat. This is what I do. Honey, will you show them this? This one is like, it doesn't feel like the correct fit. It doesn't feel like the right calibration for you. What if you looked at something else? Let's just take a peek. If you looked at something else. Wow. Hierophant, look at something else. This is a card of promotion. It literally means job promotion in some cases. So yeah, if you look for something else, you would be entering with the keys to the kingdom. You'd be entering something new. So whatever it is that you've applied for and you're waiting for the call, I would keep going and persist and go towards something else. I'm not sure what that is, but it's something that is a better fit by far. That's what I got. Hopefully that's helpful for you, honey. All right.
Okay, Ange.
Yeah, and this is the Mind's Eye Tarot. This is one that I like to read when Lucy's around. Lucy's one of my guides, and this is a deck that I frequently use in conjunction with that. And it's one of my favorite. It surprised me that I was drawn towards this, but this is what we got.
It's a work from home with my health would be better. With my health would be better for me.
Yeah, well, that doesn't mean it's the only work from home. So be open to other things is what I'm telling you.
I'll keep applying for other jobs.
Yeah, keep applying. There might be one that's a better fit, and it might be a very similar kind of job, very similar work from home job that's just as beneficial, but maybe better people that you're working for or a better company or that kind of situation. That's what it feels like. All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ashley, I did good chores, and Carrie. Carrie's next up. Ashley, you'll be on deck.
Checking the edges when I have the duplicate decks. But yeah, you'll see me use duplicate decks often. So although I have over 720 decks, I tend to think it's only 520. I tend to give myself a little credit because some of them I have duplicate or triplicate or whatever. But I love the identical imagery when it pops.
Brandy did say thank you, Angie.
You're so welcome, honey. You are welcome. Good luck. Fingers crossed for you.
Okay, let's see. Also, apparently there
Let me
was.
get a little bit of water, and then, babe, if you tell
So
me.
Jessica, we never had a problem with the Cash App. So make sure you put the
Cash App $sign the.
There, we used to have a Cash App, a Feisty Butterfly, but that one is the one that no longer works. So we went with the Feisty Butterfly.
Yeah, that one got a little bit glitchy, and it's like, let's not fuck with it.
So, okay, Ange.
Okay, getting a cough drop, and then you tell me what's next for the
Yes.
schedule.
We have Carrie, who's up next.
Carrie.
Carrie for a year ahead.
Okay,
Ashley, you're on deck.
Carrie, we're going to the Dream Within a Dream tarot for you. This is one of my favorites. It's really pretty cute. I've got 3 of them, so yeah, it's definitely one of my favorites. Dream Within a Dream. And it's a little bit modern imagery, but what's going on for Carrie? What's this year about for Carrie? Oh, you're going to feel very, very stuck. And you're going to refuse to see something that's offered. I want one more on this. Wow. Oh, okay. You're closing in on something and you don't know it. It feels like you're spinning your wheels, spinning your wheels, spinning your wheels. But you're actually making progress more than you think. We got the Hangman here. We got the 4 of Cups, a refusal to see something. Sometimes when we have a refusal to see, sometimes we're going within, meditating, getting centered, getting mindful, being aware of what's going on internally with us. And sometimes that's necessary before we hit this. It feels like that to me. Show her those 3. That's going to be at the center of the wheel of the year. Let's see what's going on for you. Carrie, let's see what's happening in May. I can't even believe we're approaching May already. Crazy.
That's very much accurate.
Yeah. Just be patient because you're making more progress than you think. The 4 of Wands indicates that you are making more progress. This is the threshold, the portal, when you're about to step through a doorway and you don't even know it. But all right, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April. Okay. April, certain things are lining up and you can't see it happening already. It feels like they're lining up for quite a period of time. Now we've got the 8 of Wands here and it's taking me to this 8 of Cups here. This is where I think things really, really shift is in December. That means it's going to feel like a long year. You are going to feel like you're slogging through and not making progress. Understand that exploring and educating your mind, educating what's going on as far as your experience goes is huge for you right now. So if we go here, we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Big month in November coming up. Okay, all right. Holy shitballs. November. I usually do it in order, but this is not allowing me to do it in order because you're so impatient to have things move forward. You got the Nightmare coming in November. This is when you're going to get scared out of your shoes, like shocked out of your shoes. And then what do you have? The Magician and the High Priestess. So right now, if you can coast as it is on anything, or you can walk instead of race, like you don't need to sprint here. Like if you get stuck behind a car, be the fuck patient because you need to be patient this year. You are learning patience all through. Here you're getting the High Priestess and the Magician coming out after the Nightmare. This almost has a little bit of Tower energy. There's something that's deconstructed and you're moving forward. When you get the High Priestess coming through, that's usually the opening for a High Priestess year, which is usually not a year, it's a year and a half. You'll be doing preparatory work before you get shadow work. There's going to be people that are falling off in these months, people falling off in your life, people that are new people coming in, and you're just like, you know, when you're in the pool and you're treading water or you're trying to figure out to float, you could just try floating. You could just try floating. But no, you want to like swim laps and be the fastest and race the raciest. No, this is going to be difficult enough. Allow yourself and be very keenly aware. You are in preparation mode.
My running shoes have holes in them.
Fucking throw them out. God damn, get the slow mode. You're not meant to be doing, you know, the tortoise and the hare. You're not meant to be the hare. You're meant to be the tortoise during this period of time. You know who won that race. Pay attention to this. This is not easy for you, but it's what's necessary. May. Got the Ace of Cups coming in. And the Knight of Swords in June. May, the Ace of Cups, new emotional growth, spiritual opportunities, big emotions and overwhelming love coming through. Then you have the Knight of Swords in June. This is a truth that you want to carry, and the Knight of Swords tends to be reckless. Look at this knight. She isn't even on a horse. I'm loving that for you, especially with everything else that's coming through in the way that it is. When you slow the fuck down, you are more effective. Doing more isn't proving anything. You don't have to prove anything to anyone by doing more. Saying yes to everything and everyone all the time does not serve you. You need to practice the no word a lot more. Two of Wands in July. This is comparing the world in your hand to what's on the horizon. How do you get there? It's not like you got, you know, some kind of Learjet in your backyard and you're just going to fly across to where you want to be. No. This is, you see what's in your hand, but you have to come down, get your feet on the ground, and take a walk. Go slowly. Make a plan. Prepare. There could be some partnering in that comes to be helpful in the end of July, it feels like. Yeah. Feels like the end of July. 28th. That's what I'm getting. I'm not sure what that's about. Sometimes I'll go through time. That's what I'm getting through as a time based on the energy now. You might go the 27th, the 29th, but towards the end of July, there's someone that enters the scene that is helpful to you. Expect that aid to come. It's like you'll have been relaxed a little bit, thought out a little bit enough that you can see it more clearly. Now here we have the Four of Swords in August. This is demonstrated very interestingly. Beautiful, beautiful. This is such a great deck for this. This is called, again, the Dream Within a Dream. But the Four of Swords is usually about reclaim, retreat, restore, renew. It's retreat. Pull back. Again, from the doing and overdoing. The giving and overgiving. These are lessons you have to have. And you have to have this curriculum understood before you go into this energy here in November. Big time. Anything else on this? Let's look for a clarifier on that. 1 second. Third deck of this. Let's see what's going on. Because we've got the retreat here, and then we've got the Queen of Coins here. And this is, we've got July, August, September. The Queen of Coins is coming in. The harvest is bringing something. Gifts are coming for you on this. Let's see what's going on. Seven of Coins. I said the harvest is coming in, and this is the harvester's card. You reap what you sow. So you're learning to sow a little bit different. And seeds don't just sprout up. A pumpkin patch doesn't just occur 3 days after you plant the seeds. You know this. So you slowing down and learning this, not just from here, but learning it here is really, really good for you. It allows your gifts to come to fullness, to fruition, to come through abundantly. You're allowing this. Think about the garden. Think about how long it takes. You might see a zucchini plant and it's just this little green thing coming up from the ground. Then you see this flower. Then finally you've got zucchini going crazy. You've got so much zucchini you don't know what to do with it. This feels like what's happening. And it's happening and you feel like it's going to stay in the green plant mode forever. Never have the flower, never have the produce, never have the... And it's coming. It's coming. In September, things start to shift. And it's a slow shift and you feel it. This is what's happening in September. The harvest starts coming in. October, Page of Wands. New excitement, new energy, and new messaging coming forward. Now, this is where you're ready to take on some new task, explore. This is the student that wants to explore and go to the parties and knows what's going on everywhere. You might be a little bit scattered in October. Try and, again, pull back your energy to yourself, like you did over here. Pull it back to yourself. What else do we need to know about October? Don't spread yourself too thin is what I'm getting. Yeah, you can be excited about something, but don't spread yourself too thin. Again, remember that no word. And look what's coming through on the repeats. This is where you have to make the plan and then go slowly. Stay grounded. It's going to be very challenging for you to stay grounded in October, but you can do it. November, we talked about. Now, this High Priestess, you have to ask the right questions. And all through here, you're exploring, preparing, and starting right here, you begin to ask the right questions. This is like if you ask the question that you already know the answer to, but you don't want the answer, you're going to feel blocked. You're going to feel stuck. You're going to feel kind of trapped. You know what the answer is already. Ask a better question. You go to the High Priestess and you ask a better question, you get a deeper answer, a truer answer that leads you forward in a better way. And this is what's going to unfold going forward.
I get excited easily.
Yeah. Well, scattered is the word that's coming through here. The excitement isn't bad, but you can't do everything all at once. So sometimes you have an ideas list that maybe is, 15 things deep. You need to prioritize what is it that really matters. They could all be genius ideas, but they don't all have to be executed all at once, okay? All right. Now, December, leaving something behind, going towards what it is that you really long for. There's evidence of something not working, and you're carving your own path a little bit differently, leaving what is emotionally unfulfilling in the past, in the rear view. Yeah, December is the month where you evaluate, you look back on the year, and you're like, yeah, tick, 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 these could have been different. Okay. All right, check this out. And you're ready to move forward. Now, when we come to January, this is gorgeous. This is the Hermit. But look how sacred and divine this is. It's not just about the dark night of the soul or climbing up the hill or leaving everything else behind. It's also honoring the self, honoring the soul's need. And the lesson, the knowledge and the wisdom that has come through in this. What else do you need to know in January? December, you'll kind of muddle through a little bit, but you will leave things behind. January, you're ready to wash things away, start afresh. Afresh. What a $5 word is that? Yeah, look at this. What did we see in December? What's happening in January? You really are letting go of things that are emotionally draining and washing that away. Washing that off, getting clear of it. Now that's as we head into January, as we head into February. Let's see what's going on the other side of this January. Oh, the Hangman comes again. You're going to feel like you made no progress. You will have made worlds of progress. You're going to feel like you are stuck, but you got to realize this is willing sacrifice. When this willing sacrifice is made, you shift your perspective and you see something different. And that's what's happening here. So the stuckness isn't there as much as the perspective shift will be there. You'll feel a little bit of the stuck, but the perspective shift, you'll have knowledge, all of this that you've been through. And the High Priestess is going to start opening up things. You're going to start peeking behind the veil, so to speak, a little bit more, seeing beyond the veil a little bit more, tapping in and tuning in a different way. The magic that's latent over here with the Magician is wanting to come through. Perspective shift has to happen first before you manifest that. Now we've got February coming in. Just a minute. This is that Nine of Swords. And look at this, look at this. This is when your mind is taking a little bit of a higher toll than you need. You need to rest. Remember that retreat card. Don't let yourself overthink, worry. You don't need all the answers in February. And it might be that you feel like your heart has been stomped on or feel a little bit emotionally wounded right here. No, let yourself have a little bit of a break. Remember January where you were having some promises of what you wanted to do for yourself. Remember January where you were honoring the soul instead of all in your head. February, let go. If you find yourself all in your head, step back.
She put feminine is being, masculine is doing.
Yeah, Empress. Feminine wants to come through. So the overthinking doesn't allow for that. The feminine will allow for you to be receptive to new feelings, new emotions, and new ideas instead of running the old ones over and over like they're on a hamster wheel. March. Now, this is a glorious March. I mean, look how happy this is. This is the Nine of Cups. You've swapped the Nine of Swords for the Nine of Cups. Your wish of feeling like you finally get to get down off that tree, get moving, is finally coming in March. So this whole year is a lot of lessons, a lot of preparation, and stepping through a threshold in a different way. What do we see in March, real quick? I love it. I love it. I love it. Defending the boundaries. Now, I told you need to say no more. You're going to understand what your boundaries are, and you're going to be having practice from right now, clear till next March. By the time you hit March, you're going to screen the call you need to screen, or you're going to know when people are draining that you can stand and say, yeah, I'm not up for this today. No, I can't have this conversation with you today. Let's schedule this out. You're going to be more accountable about your time and your resources, and more of them are going to be going towards yourself. Anything else you need to know? going towards your own happiness. So many duplicates in here. When you see the duplicates, it's like the universe is sending a neon sign. It's like, hello, what is it that's going to make you feel contented? What's going to be the emotional thing that is the gift for you? Pay attention to that. Pay more and more and more attention to that. That's fabulous. That's what's going on for you. And right now you're coming into May with this big, overwhelming cup. You're getting to know what it is that your heart needs, and you're getting to stand up for yourself more and more and more and more all through the year. It's really quite beautiful to go from the swords to the cups here in such a way, to go from this where you're kind of refusing to see something to where you're open to step through the threshold and go to the next thing. Beautiful. And this is a sign of spring synchronicity. Sometimes it's called the soulmate card, the 1111 card. For you, it's a graduation. It's huge. It's weddings, births, graduations, and the graduation card for you is what's happening through here. And it's huge, huge, huge. That's what I got. That's complete.
Woo!
Yeah, I love that. And this is the Dream Within a Dream Tarot. And it is a fun little deck. I quite like it. All right.
All right, Angie.
Yeah. And that is the year read. And that's a huge read. That was a big one. And it's get whopping big in November for you.
She was so accurate and beautiful, and the validation I really needed.
Oh, good.
Thank
good,
you
good,
so
good.
much.
Good. Glad it helps. Yay. That's excellent. Hey.
Okay, our list is Ashley, Jessica, and Brandy.
Okay.
If you'd like to get on the list, there's the Blind Oracle. There's the $30 Year Ahead that was just done by Angie. The One Question Tarot Reads, which we have coming up, a full read. There's the specialty reads. And also you can throw a pinch in there for $10.
Yeah, pinch of charms.
A pinch of
If we're doing
charms,
charm
yeah.
read. It's kind of like Lenormand charms. Throw the charm, see what happens, and get the read. But yeah.
Right on. Okay, and those are the apps we use.
Okay.
And the Cash App is working because Jessica got through. So
Excellent. Okay.
we're
great.
worried there
Good
for
to
a
know.
second.
Good to know.
Okay, anyway.
So what's the question?
Ashley is a full read, love read.
Full read, love read for Ash.
Jessica on deck.
There's a lot of weight in the external, and the imagery that I'm getting before I even start this read is a heavyweight boxer. It's over idealizing something. Reminds me of my friend Julie that thought she was going to grow up and marry Sylvester Stallone because she loved the Rocky movies so much. But you've put so much emphasis external that it's not serving you well. Be aware. It's not about how many rounds you can go, and it's not about somebody else. It's about you. Let's see what's going on in love. Let's look at what's going on in your pattern and what you bring and the way you bring it. And then we're going to look at the other, okay? You get other focus, way other focus. Let's see what's going on with you and kind of your mode of operation, then we'll get to the other. Okay? All right. Love's never what it's cracked up to be for you. This is like your ideas and you're thinking about love. You give something away too easy and feel betrayed a little too early. And it's because your expectations are screwy. And I don't know a way to say that nicely, so I'm not even going to try. Your expectations are screwy. Love isn't going to complete you. It's not going to fulfill you. It's not the be-all, end-all of the universe. But we get this thrown at us in mass in our culture. In American culture, as a female walking through the world, we get this like, this is the solution. This is the answer. People used to get married just to get out of their house, you know? And it feels like you've set yourself up a little bit and felt betrayed, and it's just, you go in too fast, sweetie. Too fast. What happens if you change your MO? What about your MO can change besides this? You don't need to set yourself up for heartache. Okay. I'm getting you date down and you need to date equal. You date down. Don't date down anymore. Empress is right here. Page of Swords is right here. The witness to the truth is you are the Empress, but the delay of understanding that. You are receptive to something, but your heart is too open. And you allow or tolerate or settle for what you shouldn't. Now that you've seen and experienced that, you can understand to do different. The Empress knows she's a fucking Empress. And she is receptive to some, and others it's off with your head or off with you, be gone. You know, she's the Empress. You need to start treating yourself like the queen you are, the Empress you are, and start really, really reigning. Be open to the divine feminine and take your time.
Trying to change the MO currently.
Yeah, very much feeling that. Very much feeling that. Anything else she needs to know? What does the Empress need to be master of in order to move forward? the feeling stuck, the hangman, the ants in the pants feeling. That didn't come out right. The impatience. When you feel stuck because you're not in relationship, you're not as stuck as you think. You need to allow yourself some independent growth so your perspective can shift. And that's not a wrong thing. That's a lesson we all get. Like, I've gotten that. I don't know of anybody that hasn't gotten that lesson at some point. It's like you have to have the learning experiences of love and shift your perspective about what it is. The Empress is learning to do this. You are learning to do this. You are learning your value as a single, as a full and whole and complete person as it is. Then you bring more to the party when you're in couplehood. We're going to look what's going on for other coming up. And I'm getting plural. Second and third deck. I think this is like the midnight something or other. I don't know. Tarot. It's a fun one. I liked it. This is other A and this is other B. It feels like plural. It feels like, when I'm getting plural, what I'm telling you is you need to play the field. You don't walk into Baskin Robbins and say, you know, I'm going to have Rocky Road and that's all I'm having for the rest of my damn natural life. Nobody says that. Don't do that when you're dating either. You don't buy a car without test driving the fucker. I mean, seriously. You need to play the field and you need to test drive a few. You go on a date and if you think, oh, this guy isn't for me, trust yourself and move on. Next. Yeah, seriously.
I'm impatient with myself right now. I'm trying to give myself more grace.
Give yourself all kinds of grace. The person that needs spoiled the most is you yourself. Do what it is you want to do and have fun and play the field. People in our modern culture have forgotten that that was actually a very valid thing to do. Our great-grandparents and our grandparents, they knew to play the field. They knew that, hey, if I'm going to make a commitment for the rest of my damn natural life, I better find a winner. I better find somebody that I really like and somebody that I can tolerate. Not just somebody that's, you know, great heat in the sheets or super fun or the whole list. Throw that out because your list is, you've got a shitty list. So your list of qualities or expectations or blah, blah, throw that out. Your perspective needs to change. All right, about other A. And be aware, what you think is your type might not be your type.
I played the field before and I didn't like it. There's one person in particular right now.
You think. I'm sorry. One person in particular right now. This person A. This is probably why he's person A, but I'm getting plural person B. It's not like person A is defective, but maybe he's not the best match. We get stuck on something and we think, oh, we have to stick with this match.
Should put fair.
Sometimes to our own detriment. Oh my gosh. Person A is going to break your damn heart. You're trying for breakthrough. You're trying for security. And you've got rose-colored glasses on this. You know, a lot of people getting a divorce would get these cards. The nostalgia and the Three of Swords, like giving the rose-colored glasses, oh, he's fabulous. He's got the potential for... Blah, 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 blah. This is like buying into security, buying in... Person A, they're a lesson. Person A, you might love them and they might have a piece of your heart for quite a while. But, yeah, no. I just know. Person A does not feel like your person. They feel like your lesson. Let's look at, if person A isn't it, okay? Let's just say the tarot reader's crazy. Let's just say she doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about. But let's look at what the cards have to say about person B. The other option. I know you don't like playing the field. It's like going for a job interview. Nobody likes the interview. Nobody likes rejection. Nobody likes trying to figure out if this is a good match. Nobody likes that game. Nobody likes it. Go to the table as is, warts and all, boss the wall. Order the extra cheese fries and chili freeze fries when you're on the date. Don't order some little salad and be all dainty. No. Fuck the daintiness. It's time to get real. If you're going to spend a chunk of your life and a chunk of your energy and a chunk of your time with someone, get the fuck real.
Crystal put never fall in love with potential.
Never. They don't change, and it's not your job to change anyone on the planet. It's your job to be you, their job to be them.
Jessica, but we don't date potential. If they wanted, they would already.
You know what? Sometimes we are stupid and date potential. I've made that mistake. I have made that mistake in my young years. And you know what? It's a lesson we have to learn. But let's see if person B, if person A isn't the be-all, end-all of the Wonder Universe, because it certainly doesn't feel like it with this one. Person A is an echo of a lesson you've already learned. You should know better. Person B. Gosh, I'm such a bossy old cow. Sorry, guys. Person B. What's going on for this, for person B? Yeah, person A I would relegate to the friend zone. I'm sorry, we're not done with person A. Person A I would relegate to the friend zone. Person A doesn't have a huge enough appreciation for you. I'd relegate him to the friend zone. If this is somebody that you've spent a good amount of time with, I would spend less time. If this is somebody you're considering, well, I'd knock that thought right out of your head and try somebody different. I really, really would. It's coming in that strong. Okay, person B. Now she's heard. She doesn't like it. She doesn't like what I'm saying, but she's heard. Person B. Wow. Person B, much more going on. Much more going on. Wow. We got the Fool's start coming in here with the wish fulfilled, the happiness and temperance coming in. This is you learning to balance something differently entirely. Show her these. That's fucking fantastic. Person B is way better fit. Way, way, way more fantastic. The magic of the Ten of Swords, the magic of knowing when it's over, it is over, and you're moving on, moving on. It's going to be something that's a little bit different than you've experienced. There's something that is you need to move on from, and the Magician is here to help you do it. With all of this coming on, if you can let go of this, person B could help you get past this quick lesson. And it's not you have to rush in and think they have all the answers, because they sure as shit don't. Nobody has all the answers for you except for you. But the strength, you'll be following the inner nudge when you move on. The magic of moving on. And then this tower, you have learned what you've built up that doesn't work. Person B is like the beautiful disaster. Person B is the unexpected delight, the beautiful catastrophe. We all want to build what we know, what's comfortable. We build the tower, build it, crash it. You can keep building on this person A and this old way of doing, but I'm telling you, Heartache City is resting over there. The potential and the heartache, you don't need that shit. Nobody needs that shit. Person B, what else? Person B.
Those were my warts, LOL.
Yeah.
Oh, that's for Jessica, sorry.
What happens? Person B understands this. You don't have to try all the flavors in Baskin Robbins, but you definitely have to try a few. Knight of Wands wants to come in, and this is you coming through with a blaze of glory. This is charging forward, and wanting to rein it in and learning when you need to rein it in, even though you're excited about it. You're making a comparison here, an emotional comparison. This is coming through as you checking these out. I'm asking about person B. This is the lessons and the education that you're getting. You're reining it in. You're comparing A to B or A to prior A and to B, making multiple comparisons, and then going forward. And the Five of Swords, this is, you don't have to prove the point anymore. You've suffered defeat on the battlefield. You know when to walk away from something. Person B could be actually person, I don't know, FJ, something like that. Person B, I'm comparing the two main influences right here, but there could be it feels like plural again. Plural coming in between. Hanson Roberts Tarot coming out. This is one of my old favorites, and it's kind of a crunchy, noisy one. So it shuffles kind of loud. What do we see? I'm going A, B. I want to see the in-between. Yeah, you need to play the field. That's what I'm getting. You don't have to have all 31 flavors. But 5 or 6 is not going to kill you. You need some experience. You need some knowledge. You need to understand yourself better before you get deeply entrenched in a relationship. Jesus, Mary and Joseph. All right. Hangman coming through 3rd time here. Wow, wow, wow. In case you want to see it again. Boom. Right here. The Hangman. This is the 2nd time there. Maybe not a 3rd. Nevertheless, new perspective something has to wake you up and get you out of this. You operate from a space of fear and try and hold on too tight to something without protecting your own heart. It's like you date and you're wanting more security and wanting more stability in a relationship, but you're trying to grab that too quickly. 5 of Swords comes in again. Same. It's the battlefield that you need to get off. Don't add insult to injury by staying too long. When you know something isn't quite right for you, move off of it. Move away from it. Set things up better for yourself. It looks like in 2 months, things are going to shift for you. What's going on with that? The 8 of Rods is when all the ducks are lined up in a row, and there's speed and there's haste. You line things up and boom, 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 boom. Yeah, you understand this now. 8 weeks from now, you understand what I'm telling you now. You'll be like, oh, that bitchy old tarot reader may have been right. Give yourself a little time. Give yourself some space. It's not like it's the best thing to speed date. You don't have to try all 31 flavors or all 8 flavors all at once when you're in Baskin Robbins, but a few of them, right? You don't have to have so many tastes of the ice cream and so many samples that you make yourself sick. Slow it down. Slow it down, babe. You got the 5 of Cups coming through here. There's grief and sorrow and loss. I'm telling you, you're going to probably ignore whatever I'm saying and think person A is just the most Jim Dandy fucking fantastic ever. And I'm telling you he's not, but you're not going to believe me until you learn that for yourself because you haven't gotten far enough from this lesson. It's like you're getting a short-circuited lesson of that. Queen of Swords, she says cut the shit. She's the one that is very abrasive. She's tough, but she's right like 99% of the time. And she knows what she knows, and she doesn't suffer fools or idiocy. So you might dabble a bit and think, okay, person A is great, and this lady's got it all wrong. You can think whatever you want. Maybe I am wrong. Nobody's 100% right on these. Nobody. Anybody that says they are, they're lying their ass off. No. But you are to learn something here. And this is where you learn about self-betrayal. This is where you learn about settling too little. And this is where you learn to go a little bit forward in a different kind of a way. Queen of Swords knows the fucking truth. She's not going to suffer any fools. She's not going to date down. Rose-colored glasses coming through again. You want to see that again? This is why I say it again. You're getting that lesson again. Person A ain't your person, but it is your lesson. And it's a repeat of the old lesson. Person B wants to bring forward something new. And the energy in between is you have to learn this lesson. What else do I need to know for you? This is definitely a full... Boy, holy moly. I tell you I get nosy. All right. Let's just say that you've got this. Like, maybe you listen and you're like, okay, that bossy old cow, I'm going to give a listen just in case she might have something that's accurate here. Just in case. What else do you need to know? What else is helpful for you to know? Because it isn't about, I don't give a shit if I'm right or wrong on this. You're the one leading your life. You're the one having to live with your consequences, right? So what do you need to know that's helpful right now regarding love? If you can let all this trashy way of doing go away. And the reason I say it's trashy is because it's old. You've gone with this methodology before, and it's time to let it go. Put it in the trash. Be done with it. Okay. So what does she need to know from now in order to shift, to facilitate that change? When it's done, it's fucking done. This is, I'm trying not to scream, but look what happens. Look what happens. Oh my gosh. You finally get it. And this is not because, this is just youth in love is what this feels like. It doesn't feel like, it's not that you're dumb. It's not that you're foolish. It's just learning curve, okay? We all have learning curve. When you take some time independent to search your own soul on your own, independently, don't date, if person A, if I happen to be right on this, give yourself a little space and time where you can handle being on your own without needing someone else around, or without, even if you prefer them around, give your time to yourself that you need for your own soul's growth. Then you get your wish right here. Love this, love this, love this. What else does she need to know? The dark night of the soul, we all get a version of this. We sometimes get more than one version of this. It is painful, but it allows us to move on, allows us to move higher, to see from a bigger perspective, higher perspective, wider view. What else does she need to know? Don't build that tower anymore, sweetie. You got the tower before, you got it right here. Like, I know this is echoing, but don't build it. If it feels like you're building that same tower again in any relationship, if it feels like you're treading the old path, ditch it. Move forward in a different way. You are prepared to blow the tower up if you need to. You're really, really ready. And you want somebody more grounded. Don't go for the flashy Mr. Zoot suit. I don't know what you call him. Mr. Flashy that seems like he screams security is not good for you. It doesn't mean you have to have a popper either. You need somebody that's grounded. They can be equally as effective, if not more so. But they're just going to be a little less flashy. They're prepared. It's the difference between like a Clydesdale and a regular racehorse. You need the Clydesdale. Yeah. What else? Two of Swords. Compare, look closely. One is not the same as the other. It's just not. Look closely, look closely. What do you need to know? And I'm saying in the next month. It flew out before I could even finish. This is the King of Cups. He's keep calm and carry on guy. He's the one that has the emotional roller coaster, up, down, up, down, up, down, and decides, okay, I'm not going to do all the drama. I'm going to keep my emotions kind of stable. He's on a throne in the middle of the ocean. It's going up and down, up and down, up and down. All the drama queens all around him are not going to have him in a kerfuffle. He's detached from the emotions in a way that he lets his compassion serve him and serve everyone around him well. If you have those in your circle, friends in your circle, that are drama, clear out the space. Let them be doing their own lives and their own lessons. Clear out the space. it's for you. Maybe sometimes you might feel they have this old cliche phrase that's always a bridesmaid, never a bride. That's not going to be the case for you, but you sometimes feel that a little more profoundly than others around you. Sometimes you feel left out or a little more isolated than what is actually that you are. Those feelings are feelings, but let them move through you and let yourself be comfortable with solitude. Being alone and being lonely, two entirely different things. Once you figure that out, it's just going to click easily. Queen of Swords. You saw her before. You saw her before. Suffer no fools. That's complete. That is very complete. Suffer no fools. What's coming for you is the one that's the Clydesdale. And I don't know how to describe it any better than that. He will be prepared. He'll be thoughtful. He'll be grounded, possibly an earth sign, and very, very grounded, very, very ready. Not what you expect at all. Yeah, very, very different than what you've done in the past. And you're ready for something by that point because you've learned about yourself enough to do differently. Yeah. And am I calling person A a fool? No. Am I calling him a fit? No. That's what I got.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was a hot take, folks. That was a very full read. Yeah. And always, always, guys, trust your highest self. Not your emotional self and not what you want, but your intuition and your higher self. Always trust that. That's important for us. Sometimes we get emotionally swept away or excited about something, and our higher self is trying to give us a red flag or a warning or a caution, and we kind of ignore it because I was young and dumb at one point. I'm still sometimes learning. Like my mother, if she were alive today, she'd probably say, kid, you're still young and dumb. You're still learning. In the eternal frame of things, we're all pretty young. So that's what I got.
Wow, Ange.
All right. Bossy old cow. Good luck. And person A isn't a loser. Person A isn't a bad one. Person A just is a good for right now, but maybe not Mr. Right, if you get what I'm saying.
Jessica put, Ashley, oh girl, the best is coming for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that Clydesdale. The men that are the earth men that are prepared, they are really loyal, they are fierce, they are strong, and they will fuck someone up if they need to defend you, to keep you safe. There is more security, more readiness, because they understand things better. They're more grounded.
Yeah, last time you were saying he was the dreamer and to love him.
Yeah, well, something has shifted. I don't know what that's about, but...
So I'm kind of confused, but I'll keep this and re-listen.
Yeah, and re-listen, and maybe like this 8-week span of time, maybe give it a little bit of time. If you're checking in on what's going on in my love life today, and then you're checking on tomorrow, and checking on tomorrow, the obsession about it is gonna like strangle you. You need to allow some time for you to just be. So that's what I got. And if you're in love with a dreamer, but not meant to be with a dreamer and it won't serve your highest good, they might still be, dead sexy or super appealing or super fun, but you might need somebody that's more pragmatic a little bit. They might come across as more boring to you, but they are probably a better fit.
But okay, thank you.
Yeah, good luck, good luck. It's very exciting for you though. Like, if I could be a fly on the wall in your house and snoop on things, oh, you bet I'd be being nosy. You bet.
Christopher, Ange, you're going to need to stop talking about yourself that way. Krista also put, but they're sturdy.
Fierce is what they are. They are underestimated and they are fierce. Fierce, fierce, fierce. You wouldn't think that, the big brutes would be underestimated, but they sometimes are. So be aware. Yep.
Okie doke, Ange.
Okie doke.
All right, next up we have Jessica.
Okay.
Let's see. It is a full read.
Okay.
How will things work out with Leo? Brandy, you're on deck.
How will things work out with Leo? And this is a full read?
Yes.
We're going to the 8 Coins Tattoo Tarot. How will things work out with Leo? We're going to do a line of 5 and then we're going to do above and below and see what's going on. What are you looking at, honey?
Something flashed like the lights flashed.
There's a little bit of self-sabotage going on. You need to rethink about what you're doing. You have the Empress card leading out and leading to a moment where you realize You're stuck in your own thoughts. It's what's going on in here that's more important than here just yet. We're going to see what's above and below on this. Yeah, you're learning something. There is a lesson. There is it feels like you're sacrificing something or compromising something that you need to shift because you've got a little bit of clouded thinking, a little bit of delusion going on. Even though you've witnessed and seen, you need to get yourself grounded a little bit more. It's important for you. Page of Pentacles. Let yourself be the main character energy. Let yourself be the Empress. You are not stuck. How will things work out with Leo? I'm telling you, you are getting a lesson in truthfulness and honesty and bringing to bear something that you've seen, that you know more of, and really allowing that to be more present, more open, more honestly discussed. Look at this. Look at this. All right. What's going on here? I wish I had a fourth deck of this. I only have the 3. But we'll see what's going on. Okay. All right. What we got here, this feels like we're traveling through time this way, just so you know. What we've got here, what you're aware of as the Empress, you're feeling like you're a little bit defending, a little bit resilient. Queen of Cups is one that can be the drama queen. Doesn't need to be. If you reflect on the past rather than wallow in it, it serves. Let your emotions serve you about what it is that you really, truly want. Not what is really idealistic, not what is bullshit-a-roo, but what is it that you really want? And you got to go a little bit deeper. You can't be in the shallows. You can reflect on something, reflect on a loss, but you need to go deeper. This is where the resilience comes in for this. That looks like this. Got it? Okay. Next up after that, you're seeing this Page of Swords. You've got this resilience. You've got this understanding in that beginning section there. Here, since you have that and you've seen it, you're now moving towards a different space. Consciously, you're making a different choice. And this Nine of Swords, the anxiety, the stress, whatever holds you bound, is going to be something you're able to get yourself out of. That trap won't keep you trapped. You're going to be moving towards something a little bit differently here. You're operating a little bit differently. You've already started this shift in the way you think and in the way you're operating. Super helpful going forward. Super helpful in relationship going forward. Now here, you burn out your brain on this one, and it's the 4 of Coins, but it's like the burned out brain. It's like a little bit of overthinking and holding on too tight to something of the past. You're ready to let that go. The shift of perspective is right here. So you're not going to be fooled as easily. You're going to make a choice. Right here, you are making a choice. Let's see what's going on here. What's this choice going forward? Because this is what you're knowing. This is going forward. Wow. You're going to defend what your heart really desires, what your heart needs. This is the 7 of Wands. This resilience and this defensiveness and defending and holding on comes after being put on your back foot a little bit, and your boundaries are now clear. You're really, really choosing. You're really, really standing strong for what it is you need in a new and different way. The 7s are strong in this. You've got the 7 of Cups there. You've got the 7 of Wands there, and it leads you to the 7 of Swords here. Now, this is Sneaky Pete the Thief, right? This is the nanny boo-ha. It's a little bit of smugness, but it's also knowing what you're going to tolerate and what you won't, and it's knowing what you need to do. This is the CYA card. Sneaky Pete goes in and robs something, takes something. This is telling you, cover your ass. Be aware. Be very, very straight up honest with yourself and what you're dealing with in the situation. It's not a bad situation. It's a good thing overall, but you have to be a little bit more straightforward with yourself. This comes through, and when you are that straightforward with yourself, you're able to balance things hugely. This comes through, and look at the balancing here. You're starting to understand the inner nudge more and more and more, how it pertains to relationship, feeling less and less stuck. You're going to have to do something that is a change. You're going to have to make the change and set up the kingdom how you need it to be set up. This is huge. You'll advance to something different. Concerning other, what is the different change coming forward? Concerning the other, what is the different change going forward? Wow. The lesson of sharing and give and take. You don't settle for the crumbs. You don't settle, oh, please, sir, give me something. No, you know what you can give. You know what you have. You're understanding the Empress here, and you're understanding the Emperor here. You're balancing the divine feminine and masculine within yourself first, then it balances in the relationship.
I feel like he's moving the goalposts.
You got to get straight up about this. You balance the relationship in yourself first, and then you balance the relationship. This, you're not going to, If somebody's moving the goalposts on you, that's not a sign of commitment. That's a please, sir, please, sir. And you're going to be like, nah. Now let's see what happens. Relationship overall, because this is insight, this is a map, this is going forward. Okay. I almost don't need cards on this one. Well, I don't need cards on this. What I'm getting is it's going to shift and you're going to let this one go. And the way it came through in my mind, and this is very blunt, but hey, sometimes people hate that about me. Sometimes people get it and love it, is you're going to dump his ass. That's what's going to happen. You're going to get sick and tired and fed up of this kind of, please, sir, moving the goalpost, call it what you will. You understand you're the Empress. You know this. You need the Emperor to suit, and you're moving on, graduated, changing things, moving on. You're not going to be holding yourself hostage, sabotaging yourself, settling for too little, or over giving. You're not going to let somebody thief you. Let's see what else is going on. Modern Witch Tarot coming through here. Okay. We got, let me show you. Empress. Slight delay on understand really what this is, but you've got this. It's coming. It's coming right here. Right in here. It's coming here. Empress coming through. High Priestess. The subtle things that you already know. The Tower. You know if you keep building this, it's not going to be satisfying. And you will get a curveball. And it will get shot down. It will get torn down and taken down. Sometimes when we know somebody is not for our highest good, we're just comfortable with what we know. With what's familiar, what's secure. Tower's here. You can tear it down yourself or you can wait for the curveball. But anyway you do it, if you don't pay attention to what the universe is trying to say on this, then they're going to throw you the lightning bolt and it's going to come down anyway. King of Pentacles. You want something secure, something loyal, something reliable. And moving goalposts are not reliable for you. You want something different. This is clear here. And then the Page of Cups, the stinky fish cheat. You go for the water and you get the stinky fish anyway. You're going to create something new. And you're in the process. You're beginning the process of this right now. That's what's going on. It feels to me like you're going to look at this a little bit longer and then you're going to be like, yeah, we're done, bud. It's no bueno for this person. No bueno. What else is going on? And just because we have lessons of love in life doesn't mean it's a bad thing. Doesn't mean somebody is wrong or we need to be spending time forever blaming. It's just we need to learn a little differently. Again, think about what I say when I talk about Baskin-Robbins or test driving cars. You wouldn't just jump into the first car and be like, yeah, or even maybe the third car. Try 3 cars and think, okay, that's the car I have to have for the rest of my natural life. No, you would want to know exactly what it was that you needed. You'd want to go on a few test drives. You'd want to check things out and see if you really liked it or if it was a good fit, if it felt right. What else is going on with this relationship going forward?
He has me day trading.
He has you day trading? I'm not quite sure what that means.
Stocks.
I know what that means, but how does that affect your relationship? Gotcha. I know what day trading means in relativity to stocks, but it's like if you're investing money into the bank or into the stock market or whatever, and there is not a return on the investment, don't keep throwing money into it. If it were a house and it's a house you're flipping, but it's a money pit, sometimes it's better to burn the fucker down.
I'm making money.
That's great. He might be great for money, but relationship-wise, and this one sometimes says in denial, and it shows everything is fine under here. There's a second card in this deck. This is the card where you need to move on. There's nostalgia. You're making money. It's great. Maybe it feels secure, but you're refusing to see something that is a bigger new start, that is the card of swing, that is the card of job, potential, potency, and access to the higher lesson. Again, we're getting this feeling, and it's not because everybody has this going on, but a chunk of us have this going on. A chunk of you have this going on. Where Mr. Right Now is good for right now, but is he good for long term? I don't know. Does he teach you a lesson or two? Do you get some return on the investment? Probably. Is it huge? Is it what you want? I don't think it is. What else do you need to know? sixth deck on this read, just so you know. We're in the sixth deck. What do we need to know about Leo? Just flat out, let's put it this way. What does she need to know about Leo? He's a burden. He makes you tired. He makes you a little bit drained. Even though there's a resource going on and you might feel like your resources are coming, the truth is you need to suffer no fools. The wheel of fortune will turn. The burden needs set down, and you're going to need to retreat, reprieve, have some relief. I wouldn't plan on a summer vacation with this one.
She put, that's my problem. I'm making money, and yeah, there's no intimacy. And then she had put, I'm already keenly aware of that part.
Yeah. Fate's going to shift something different. The truth of what you need will be more and more felt to you. You'll be able to move forward and beyond this. Again, just because somebody's not a good fit doesn't mean that they're an asshole or they're bad or blame is even necessary at all. What it means is they're not the highest, best good for you. And let each other have the lessons and then go on to the different paths. That's what I've got. That feels very complete. All right, this tray is totally full of stuff. But it's like, this might be somebody that ends up being a friend, that you have a friend for a lot of your life. You might think of them very fondly, but probably isn't the best fit for, like you say, for the intimacy or the deep relationship. They might teach you a few things about how to handle money, how to do things in a better way, how to handle resources, but fate's stepping in. You saw the fate card and you saw also the tower in that. There's something that's going to change, and it's going to change fairly soon, and I wouldn't be surprised if it changed within the next 5-6 weeks. That's what I'm getting.
She put, right, so I'm going to make some money and then slow down.
Nothing wrong with that. Anything wrong with that? No. All right. Let me move this. Honey, will you take this for now? And I'll get this other one here. And a little bit of water.
Becky is asking, will you be on this weekend? You know, we were playing with the idea of a Saturday show.
Honey?
Yeah. Well, of course, if you know us, you know us. We're wrestling fans.
Mm-hmm.
This weekend is WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
So we will be watching that. That starts at like 5 o'clock our time. So we could do like a tomorrow day show or something. We could try something.
We could try something that. So that's probably a 60-40 on tomorrow. Is that about right, honey?
Yeah,
that's what it feels like.
That.
So, okay. Yeah, and if you guys hear me saying things about lessons of love and things that are hard learnings and stuff like this, it took me till I was damn near 40 to get it right, guys. So we think that we are in our young 20s and we're suddenly going to have the answers and we're going to fall in love with Mr. Right or Mr. Fabulous and we'll go on and la la la. And life just throws curveball after curveball. So understand that this isn't me pointing fingers at anyone other than, yeah, I've been there a little bit further down the track and it is hard to figure out. And it's not wrong to experience love and experience lessons and try some things and play the field or date some people. You don't ever really get it wrong. You just get smarter. And when it doesn't feel like the best fit, then you get better. So this or better, the universe always brings you because we get smarter along the way, hopefully.
Right.
All right.
Becky said, hope to see you then. I have to go. Thanks for stopping by, Becky.
Sure.
And probably around the same time, midday-ish.
Probably, yeah.
We'll probably be on. And Jessica put, he is teaching me I can have my money, make me money, and I enjoy that.
Yeah, and you can have people that maybe are lovers or romantic people, and then you relegate them to the friend zone. They don't have to be enemies. Sometimes we think, well, if we're breaking up, they're going to be enemies. Sometimes we just realize, you know what, we want different things at different times in life. That's all. Okay.
Okay.
Good.
Good deal. Good to see you. Hope to see you, Becky. Yes.
Yeah.
She said, hope to see you then. I have to go. That I already read that for you. So, yes. We will try and be on tomorrow, midday-ish.
Yeah, 60-40.
And because we can't miss the freaking WrestleMania.
No, we're going to watch WrestleMania, guys. We're going to watch
a
it.
weekend, too.
I already have
I'm
some
taking
feelings
2
about who I
days
want
off
to see winning, so okay.
To watch Vinci WrestleMania.
Yeah, we're goofy. We know it. But it is way fun. And if you ever get the chance to go in person. You'll be hooked. I mean, the sheer athleticism that is on display there, it's amazing. I wouldn't have thought I would think this way. But
wrestling is scripted,
smokes.
but it's still...
But still, what they put themselves through. Holy moly. Yeah,
right,
it's
anyway,
fun.
Krista said, grab some water, protect your voice.
Yes.
Yes, and that's for probably tomorrow, too.
Yes, I'm pretty vocal today.
Yeah, Angie tends to yell at the TV, if you can imagine.
Well, or if, like, okay, one of the people that's going to be on there is Logan Paul. I find him hugely repulsive and repugnant as a human being. I don't know why the planet needs this person on it, but I might be a little short-sighted on that one. Just saying.
Yeah. Red Jessica, ballet is scripted too, but it's still very athletic.
Yeah, and beautiful. Yes. And you got to admire the strength and beauty that's being performed. So, yeah. Okay.
Krista would shocked Phil. Shocking. She yells at the TV.
Maybe just a little.
All right. So we have Brandy now for a blind.
Brandy for a blind. Okay, let's get to it.
Krista's on deck. Our list is still open. I'll keep it open for a little bit longer if you'd like to get a read from Ange. $20 Oracle, which is about to go right now. Blind Oracle, $30 year ahead. The one question tarot reads, mini and full, and the specialties. And we are recording the show. It will be up on YouTube after the show. Those are the apps we use.
I don't remember the name of this one. And this is I think this is Sacred Clowns. I don't remember the name of this one. These are the two that called, so let's see what they got. Got to be able to read this kind of print right side up, and then I can flip them for you again in a minute. There is something that's going on, and it does feel like a little bit of travel, literal travel. Courage is needed to go with the flow and move through time. These are the cards of time. There is something going on. There's epic coming through. There is something coming through in the version of epic lessons coming through for you right now. We've got light in getting grounded. We've got Uluru coming through very strongly. Yeah, this is coming through very, very strongly, Uluru. A moon landing. It feels as foreign to you. It's like this almost feels like you could be in space somewhere, but it feels like Uluru is something that has like divine connection going on through there. Don't know what this is about. Where is this that you are traveling through? Again, we're getting something that's referencing the red rocks and also referencing desert. There's something about this. There's lessons in the desert for you. You wouldn't think they would be there, and it's not necessarily your natural go-to, but there is something there that's, okay, yeah. It's like you're walking, and it feels very deserty. It could be anywhere from Las Vegas to Sedona. Uluru is coming through strongly. It's something you know how to survive in the desert. You've survived in the desert before. But what I'm getting is something where you're looking under a rock. You know how to avoid the snakes. And you know what it helps, what you would see before you would see the Tal Saguaro. There's something you understand how to read. In times of drought, you understand how to read where there is richness, where there is resource. You understand. This is also saying that you would understand and have knowledge of how to stretch things, how to make money stretch further, to find the resources when they seem to be all dried up is a gift that you have. It's asking you to be very aware and mindful of how you can be frugal and thrifty with the resources that you have now. Remember the desert, remember the desert. There's something very sacred in the desert for you. There's something also to be reminded of how long it takes for the cactus to grow and the cactus flower to bloom, and that there is right seasons for that to happen. There's a defensiveness going on for you also. Yeah, I'm seeing a prickly pear and then this barrel cactus with a flower on it. I don't know what that is about, but there's a lot of prickliness. You've learned to be a little bit push people back, standoffish, push people back, standoffish, push people back. It's a defense mechanism. You need to allow yourself to be brave enough to let some of that down. I'm not saying let your guard down and put yourself in jeopardy. I am saying you don't have to be defensive to hold your boundary. You can hold your boundary, use the resources in the right way without being unapproachable. Yeah, you don't have to be in cactus mode all the time. Okay, what else is going on? The travel is important. Whatever it is that you're needing to do to travel, it's like if you were to go through the desert, you would want to be ready. Yeah, okay, all right. I'm getting also, we saw earlier reference to the Clydesdales and to the Knight of Coins, and I've said frequently that he always has 3 canteens to cross the desert. He's always prepared. This Knight of Pentacles is slow ride, take it easy, but he's really, really prepared. This is you in some regards. This is what you do. This is how you prepare for this. There's going to be almost like Vision Quest energy coming through with this desert energy, and there's a preparedness coming through for you. All right, what else does she need to know? Shifting gears. Why are we getting the Sun and the Clowns? Shifting gears. It's like you've got 2 entirely separate going specific perfect design, purpose designed, a place that's purpose designed. There's something about that needs to be lightened up, more entertaining, more playful, more joyful for you going forward. We'll look at those in a minute if we need to, but there's something about allowing yourself to have joy. It's not frivolous. You've allowed too much sorrow to be present in your heart, and that's why the defensives were what they were. But it is time for you to enjoy something. Pride is in the way. Pride and sorrow is in the way, and then you've got Date with Destiny coming in. Yeah, if you have a trip planned to go to Vegas, I'd go. Date with Destiny and Lady Luck. There's something that's in that for you.
Brandy did put, I do always push people back, always, just hard to break that habit.
Yeah, it's a defense mechanism, a survival mechanism, but until you let them close and until you let yourself be vulnerable in the really healthy, good kind of way, you're going to have to deal with what comes of that, which is feeling a little bit of alienation, feeling a little bit of isolation. Your pride gets in your way sometimes.
I don't, but I will be looking into a trip.
I would, and I the more I read of this, this is like, there is something that if you plan a trip to Vegas, I don't know where you're at geographically right now, but if you planned a trip to Vegas where you treat it like a trip to the ocean, but it's just a break for you to enjoy, to just play, to just kind of reset and recalibrate, would be very good for you. Cherry on top, something about this, if you're willing to sacrifice the pride for a bit, you get to do something a little bit different. The guest of honor comes through with the Date with Destiny. This is huge. What I'm getting is the battle and the tribal warrior that you've been. The warrior that you've been, it has survived and proved the point enough. Lady Luck is here with confetti. Extra sprinkles on top. Extra glitter, extra sprinkles. I want one more row coming through here. The silliness that needs to come through for you is kind of big. And the circus is a good example of it. The sacred clowns are a good example of it. But the song Sending the Clowns, the timing is always off on this for them. When you listen to that again, if you listen back to it and pay attention to the lyrics, you'll see where somebody was prideful, somebody where the timing is off, where people are going in circles around each other but not working together. It's time for you to let that part go. Let the playful element come in again and risk a little bit differently. We've got Death Can't Take Him. This is something. Give me a second. We're going back to this like Uluru time. This is Death Can't Take Him. This is another. This is a soulmate energy, and this is you coming through. This is also you coming through. This is your wild nature. It feels like you were very much in battle with someone, like with them, alongside with them, fighting for something in a long ago time. Time before words were written down, printed down, fought beside him. Really, really wild, untamable, but strong. Joker's wild here. This is why you need some silliness coming in. The playfulness needs to come in. The soulmates that you want to let come in need to be equal to you on the battlefield, and this is something that you want. It's why you push back, push away to protect self. It was costly before. You want somebody that is equal to the warrior that you are. You don't want somebody getting underfoot in a battle. You want somebody capable, competent, strong. Somebody willing to risk, willing to fight. Here's other reflections of you coming through. Here we go. It's like you had a time where you guys were so in sync, and fought, battled side by side. Then you went through another time where you weren't in sync at all. Here's the out of sync. Missed opportunity. We've got the Juggler, the Gypsy Columbine, and the Brilliant Virgin. Missed opportunity. Oh, and isn't really a missed opportunity. It felt that way, but it's like just a different version of lessons, a different curriculum. And these are 2 lifetimes coming in. 2 different lifetimes. This is way back. This is a little bit closer to now than this was. This is the historic one. This was a little bit further than that.
My divorce papers are in the final process. Could that be contributing to this energy?
I don't think so. The divorce papers come through on, well, it would be more like on this energy. This feels like whoever you're divorcing is not this person. This person is somebody else entirely. This feels like reasons that things could get in the way of problematic things. I don't think so. I think that's a separate thing. Let's look on something. I'm going to snoop on your divorce for just a minute, okay? Give me just a second. This one, it feels like missed opportunity, but is it just a different brand of lessons? If a different brand of lessons talks about missed opportunity or different curriculums that aren't so solidly in sync as this, what are the lessons that are opening up now because of the divorce that's going on, and what's opening up going forward for you? I'm sorry, but we need to look. I'm getting snoopy on this, and I don't usually, but with this coming in this way, yeah. Again, here we see something that's refusing and the juggle, and this is the juggler. Yeah, this is playing in. This energy is a little echo. We got the juggler here. We got the card of the juggler here. And this is feeling like you don't have enough because you're emotionally not as detached as you need to be. Queen of Cups reflects on the lesson lost, then advances going here. We got the Queen and King here. The missed opportunity that came with the juggler. It's moving around a lot of movement in this. And feels like there's been a lot of movement going on in your life. Too quick to marry, too young to marry, married too soon, married too early. Adele's Take It Easy on Me is coming through. Sometimes didn't have a choice, didn't have a voice. That coming through. This energy of not knowing exactly what you would have needed to know to make a really better educated decision. That was part of the lesson going forward. And what else we need to see going forward? Let the divorce happen. It's not as good of a match as you romanticized it to be early on, but that's no fault of your own. That's just youth, and it's like take it easy on yourself is huge. The lesson coming in now, when you want the warrior called forward, you want this momentum better, not the missed opportunity. Let it end. Let it end. Let it end. Death and transformation, death and rebirth coming through here. The choices will be plentiful and opening up to you. And the Empress, knowing this about yourself again. Knowing yourself as the strong. The honored one. Yeah, this is what's coming. This is all a lesson.
I moved in with him to leave my mother's home, honestly.
Happens a lot. Yeah, no condemnation on that at all. Just this is you learning, and this is the situation. The way things are in our modern time versus how they were 200 years ago versus how they were 1,000 years ago. Radically different. There doesn't need to be a judgment held heavy against yourself for doing this timeline the way you've done it. Just open yourself up to new possibilities going forward. This is huge for you. Anything else? Let's go to the clowns. One more. This is where you're going towards. This is excellent. Supernova. Huge. Fierce, powerful, strong. The warrior energy is coming back. Allow yourself to return to this fierceness, this honored way, knowing you're the Empress, knowing your power, knowing your strength. Don't worry about the love lost. Don't worry about things that didn't play out right at all. Allow yourself to be expansive, glorious. Allow yourself to step into fierceness. Allow the badassery to come through. You're meant for the badassery. Allow it through. That's what I've got. That's complete. Wow, that was a wild one. Go to the desert. You are connected with the desert in a way that you don't even know yet. Yeah. I love like the pine trees and the beautiful trees and forests and all of that. My daughter loves the rocks. Loves. So, and if you have a rock shop that you like that has certain crystals, honey calcite, citrine, those kind of orange type stones and yellow type stones, those would be good for you to have around. And it'd be smart for you to have a cactus in your house just to remind yourself when you need to defend and when you don't. And when to let your pride get out of the way and when the defense is appropriate. Yeah. It's time for supernova. That's what's come through. Okay. And the stars that would be at a Louvre would be magnificent. Night skies are really, really good for you. Stargazing is really, really good for you. It helps you connect with the divine in a huge way. All right.
Ooh, I feel like this dead marriage and just being legally tied to it has me so tied down.
Yeah. Well, it's because it's time for you to outgrow it, to move beyond it. And it has taken a toll, but it also requires a step at a time, a step at a time, a step at a time. When you get married and you entangle your lives and intertwine your lives, that's a pretty tricky thing. And so when you start to disassemble and unassemble that, it takes time to do that too. And sometimes we're so done with a person or so over this dead end that we want to be outgone. And it feels like it's going to go a little bit slow. Be patient with yourself. Make the changes you need to make a little bit at a time. Allow yourself to be glorious. Allow growth. Allow expansiveness. Just because this person isn't maybe the person you want to be married to for the rest of your life doesn't mean they haven't had a purpose and fulfilled some kind of contract in your life previous that was meant to be. Just now the lesson is complete. Now you get to move forward. They get to move forward. Life in general gets to proceed forward. So that's what's coming through.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay, next up we have Krista, and then we have Michelle. Both are going to be blinds.
Okay, we've got to have an interruption for this commercial because I've got to pee. And I don't want to be distracted by it. Phil, you're going to have to show off some of these decks. I don't know which deck you want.
Which one?
Have your choice. I'm going to pee. I'll be right back.
Heck.
Sorry, guys. That's just how it's
Why
going
are
to
you
go.
going to do this to me, Ange?
Why are you going to just not let me pee? Come on.
Give her a moment. Yes, I will tell her when she gets back, Randy. Okay, Susan, I will get you on the list. No problem. All right, I don't know what deck this is, man. And believe me, I would come on camera like Luke used to. But no, I am not ready to come on camera. Sorry, guys. Here's another one. I don't know what this. I gave the lady a break.
If she had something within arm's reach that I liked, I would show you guys. Let's see.
This one. Yeah, this is really entertaining. Sorry, guys. Here, you can look out our window. It snowed last night. Now all the snow is melting. It's all right. Yeah, it really snowed last night. It was kind of weird, but of course it was warmed up and everything was gone by 9 o'clock in the morning. And then Angie's tarot collection, if you haven't seen it, all around everywhere. Yes. She loves tarot. If you don't already know that,
Okay,
If
I'm
you
coming
haven't
back,
already
guys.
figured it out, thanks, Ange.
Quickest pee in the
thank you for
West.
that. Yes,
Hi.
quickest pee in the West.
Hi. When you got to, you got to it. I didn't want to be distracted during the read, so hey. When it's time, it's time. All right.
Yeah, it's not raining right now in Utah. Kristen, hilarious. It's like if Pat Sajak left Vanna to run the wheel.
You know what? Vanna can handle it for all of
That
2
is-
minutes.
Fucking perfect.
So
Perfect
whatever.
description.
You know that just called you Vanna.
Especially since it was so sudden. Like, hey, I'm out of
Well,
here.
I
See you
didn't
in a
know how many
few.
was left on the list because you're running
And
the
my
list.
hair
It's
is
like, oh my God.
wasted. I need to shave, so I couldn't just come on the like I was saying, like Luke used to do.
You can be amusing for a couple minutes.
Yes,
so.
I was trying, and you left me no decks that I know, so I'm like,
Jesus, all you have to do is read the bottom of the card, and you can say, "Look at this, look at that, look at
well,
the
I
other."
tried my best, all right? Just
I'm sure you did fine.
relax.
I am relaxed. I'm with you. Birds need to fly. Okay.
Okay, and Brandy did say we have a beautiful son and grandkids, so I'm thankful for him for that.
Yeah, this is the thing. Sometimes the ones that are the parents of our kids aren't always the ones that are the love of our life in this particular timeline. In other timelines, that wasn't always an option. In this timeline, it is. So we get to choose a little differently. And the kids are the greatest teachers ever. Sometimes test us, but also great teachers. So, okay. All right.
I'm just going through the comments. I
Well-
did great. Thanks, Jessica.
Do you want me to
That
buy
was
a
like-
vowel? What do you want me to do? Listen, you nutter, I need to know what to do next, so give me the read in a second. Give me my assignment.
Hi, Elise. Haven't heard
My hair
Phil's
is feeling
voice
extra
forever.
fuzzy right now. It's like,
Okay, yeah, okay, I got hot. I gotta turn the freaking.
I tell him every time,
I'm
but I
getting
get
my
so
own
hot when we
flash,
do this.
man. Jeez.
Yeah, well, whatever, old man. Suffer. I've been doing this for a damn near decade with this menopause shit. I'm telling you, it's no joke. Okay.
Okay, just getting everything centered back up,
All right.
and then we will move on. It's going to be Krista, Michelle, and then Susan.
Okay, what kind of a read for
It
Kristen?
is another blind read for Krista.
Okay.
Yes, I love the community too, Krista. One of these days we got to meet everybody.
Yes,
I don't care if
we
we
do.
meet somewhere in the middle of the country and just freaking all hang out together for a weekend. That'd be
That would
fantastic.
be way fun. These are really different than what I thought I was going towards for you. That's what we're going. I don't know if this is the Soul Symphony or what. This is the Star Temple, and I don't know what energy deck this is, but okay. Let's see what's going on for this. Yeah, the blinds don't usually have tarot pop up, but every once in a while they do, and I always am going to follow the nudge. Divine Feminine coming through really big for you. There's a twin flame lesson that's coming through, but it's delayed and it's coming through around winter. This is what's going on. Divine Feminine has to come in through here first. And the words are leader, strong intuition, Divine Feminine, juiciness. Succulent needs to come in first. Then around winter, a twin flame lesson is coming through. Now these have timing in them. Usually I'll tell you the timing if I get them, but this is what's coming through, and I don't have any reason to object with it. It doesn't feel wrong to me. It feels like a lesson. Now some people are like twin flame, blah, 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 and they think, oh, the twin flame is the one that's here to teach you all the shadow lessons, blah, blah, blah. In some degree, yes, but there is nothing wrong with having a soulmate that you actually love, adore, and they feel the same about you, and it doesn't have to be hard. We get locked into this twin flame thing being like a mirror in every hard lesson, blah, blah. That's a load of horse shit.
Interesting, I struggle staying in my Divine Feminine.
You're going to get better at this. More and more better. You're going to get better more and more and more as you embrace this. As you realize it's a strength to be in the feminine energy. The Divine Masculine has gotten credit for the strength for so long, but the Divine Feminine is actually the stronger of the two. And when we think about what women do to bring new life, create new life, and Empress energy, we practically get ripped in half just to bring a kid forward. And the tax on us is much greater just to bring that life forward. We are the stronger of the two, but we approach it differently. We aren't necessarily always the bigger of the two. We are the stronger of the two. Allow the feminine, the receptivity, and the way of water to be the teacher for you.
What deck?
I think it's the Soul Symphony, but I'm not sure. Okay, Star Temple is the next deck out. What do you need to know from this?
I understand that totally.
Good, 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 good. Now this one I haven't gotten into a lot, and I haven't gotten into it in a long, long time recently. But this is the one that felt like it needed to come through for you. What is it you need to know? And this feels like 3 months. So we're going to put this over here for now. I want 1, 2, 3. Next 3 months from the Star Temple. That's what I'm getting. Pay attention to this. The Lost Star, the Star Daughters. There we go. And the Father of the Sky. Okay. The Lost Star, this is talking about rebirth. It says, out of the darkness comes the light. This is a reclaiming of the soul, a reclaiming of the self, the Lost Star. It's not going to be lost forever. There is a reclaiming here. And there is a huge jubilation here. So this is the reclaiming of self. And then here we've got the Star Daughters. It says, I dance, sing, and play with my sisters of sunset. This is joyful. Think 3 of Cups on steroids there. This is, the first is the first month. This is the mid-month, second month. And this is coming through with a huge celebration of those that are around you. Love to celebrate you. Love, love, love to celebrate you. Then the Father of the Sky. This is creator energy. This is, sometimes people think divine creator, they think God energy. They forget about Mrs. God is who I'd call it, or the Sophia energy. But I release the weight of the world from my shoulders. This is Atlas here, letting go of that. This is huge. I want to see what else is going on with that one. It feels like things get lighter and lighter as you embrace the Divine Feminine more and more, as you embrace your soul family and soul tribe that is the sisters around you more and more. It adds strength to you, shores you up, buoys you up, and allows you to let go of some of this heaviness. This push or weight or pressure that you carry on your own that doesn't need to be carried on your own. This is something that it's not just your responsibility, and so much responsibility has been put on you and that you've accepted. It's time to let some of this go. Yeah. It's okay to have lightness around you. Sixth ray of devotion. Dark night of the soul. We're turning again to here. Let's see what else we've got here. It feels like here, the devotion, whether this is family obligation or what you think you want to do, or what you've been trained or taught or raised to do as your responsibility, is shifting now. Your understanding of that is you can be receptive, be feminine, be supportive, be allowing the feminine energy to come through without being responsible for fixing or helping solve for everyone else. Dark night of the soul. The lost girl needs reclaimed. It's learning to stand for self first and foremost. And the star child coming through. Coming through with Lucy's energy. Again, be in the way of the flow. Some people believe in angels. Some people believe in star beings. I'm not sure there isn't both. This feels like Lucy's energy, which feels very much more like star energy. This is star child energy. Treat it like angel energy or whatever you want to call it. But there is galactic energy, divine energy of the celestial nature wanting to come through to support you at this time. There is a lesson and an advancement that is ready for you when you start reclaiming yourself and choosing for yourself and celebrating this. This gets so much easier to release and let go of and move forward and move through. Okay, what's coming through next in the realm? You are being given an entirely different map than you thought. You know, we've talked a lot about desert today. And we talk about the mountains and think about like the ski places where you'd ski and the pine trees and all of that. The terrains are radically, radically different. And it feels like you have had a map that is of one terrain and you're now getting a map of another terrain. Another one for you to explore. It's entirely different. The new terrain opens up for you. Initiation by fire. You've gone through master healing here. Look at the similarity in this. Two different, very different decks. But look at the similarity here. Holy shit balls. Star Child and Master Healing. Look at this. I mean, look at this. Initiation by fire there. And the third card, what's the third card here? The terrain is totally different. The paradigm shift. I can't say it better than the cards are. You are learning how to do the healing for yourself, for your soul. You're learning what the reclaiming gains you. And it gains you everything. Gains you everything. This is Electra, Asterope, and Atlas. And then here's Star Child, Dark Night of the Soul. Sixth ray of devotion. Paradigm shift. There is something that you are opening up to that is huge. But this is amazing to me. This is a guide coming in. Now, just because you have a certain guide that you're used to doesn't mean there aren't others on your spirit squad, angel team, call it what you will. They're there. There are many. There are plentiful ancestors, plentiful angels and guides that are here to help us during this time. For each of us. For all of us. So if you want to tap in, you'll tap in. This can be very, very different for you. What else do you need to know? The change of terrain, the paradigm shift, the way you see things. It's as big as, you know, when people can't see that we're all connected, or what you do to others you actually do to self. When people can't see that because they think everything's separate and they can't understand that we're all connected. That's as radical and big as this is. You are more deeply connected to your inner work than you have been in a long time, and it manifests in little ways all the time. And you're going to have wider eyes, more open eyes, more aware to see. Not naive white eyes, but open eyes. Your vision will improve. The way you see will be bigger, better.
I got a Lemurian type of energy pop the other day, but I usually don't read galactic energy.
Yeah. Well, if it's easier for your brain to wrap it around in angel accommodations, do it. Whatever. This is invitation to connect and initiation by fire. And this invitation to connect is what's happening. So if you're getting a little bit of that Lemurian energy, it's okay. You can call it what you will. However you need to visualize your guide coming through, they aren't going to care. They aren't going to mind if they come through as Lemurian or if they come through as star being or angel or whatever. They aren't going to mind. The universe knows how to teach and to show and to invite us further.
So I didn't trust it.
Well, sometimes it comes a little different or takes us by surprise. I was surprised by Gogs, frankly. I wasn't expecting this grizzly old cranky kind of person to be a guide. But yeah. Allow for what is for your highest good and your highest guides to come forward. And put that around you. Put that around you. And invite who and what is to guide you for your highest good to come forward. And let it be coming forward, and let your mind wrap it in the way that it needs to. If you need to see it like a big seraphim angel with wings that are, 7 or 9 feet big, allow yourself to see it how you need to see it, because they can work with that. It's not a problem. It's not like you have to be spooked. No, you just need to learn and let your guides teach, and it's a back and forth exchange. It's not like they're the only one giving. You're giving back. They're getting something out of it too. It's intentional. It's set this way on purpose. Yeah. Okay. That feels very complete. Anything else? Just let the divine feminine in. Big, 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 big. Yeah. If it's more easy for you to see, look at the difference in the cards here. If it's easier for you to see this type of person than this type of person, allow it. But understand that it's all wrapped up together, and we have many guides, many angels helping us all the time. All the time. Okay.
Said,
She's got it.
This makes
She's
sense.
got it.
Jason Momoa card here, Angie.
Is that what that is?
Yes, there he is. Let's see if I can get it. There he is.
Okay.
Totally looks like him.
Let me see. Oh, yeah.
We just started watching Game of Thrones again.
We did.
Season 1, episode 1, blah, blah, blah.
That's
so,
a fun one.
The Dothraki.
Yeah. Yeah. And then there's one that's looks like Ian McShane in the Dark Mansion deck on the 9 of Wands. If you look at that, looks like Ian McShane. So sometimes our brain will lock in different characters like, oh, okay. So if they're using that as a template, all right, whatever. Let it look how you need it to look.
Christopher, I mean, I'm good with Jason Momoa coming into my life.
Hey, I think most of us are.
Hey, I'll raise my hand.
Very funny.
Oh,
Okay.
man. Susan put, I love Game of Thrones. Have you seen House of Dragon? Yes,
Yes.
we've seen, believe me, we've seen everything.
Yeah.
We like revisiting old shows
And
sometimes.
we watch everything from like Burns and Allen, like George Burns and Gracie Allen. From that to Gunsmoke to Game of Thrones to Anne of Green Gables. I mean, he puts up with watching that. I
We
watch
watch
wrestling.
a lot of stuff. ER,
We're eclectic.
we've been
ER
watching ER.
and The
lately.
Pit, the
That
newer
shows
kind
you how
of revisit of
back
that.
we are.
Yeah. So we watch a lot of trippy stuff. We
What
go
do
on
you
a
think of
kick.
House of Dragon?
I liked it.
Yeah, it was
I
pretty
liked
good.
it.
Christopher and Angie, you're the best. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, honey, and
All right,
thank you.
we have another blind for Michelle.
Blind for Michelle. Michelle, yours is different.
Susan, I'll need your question when you get around to it.
Okay.
Please.
This is unusual. All right, we've got the Rooted Woman deck here. I think this is the Chakra Wisdom or Chakra Energy Oracle here. And this is the Create Your Own Magic here. And I've got it in the big and the small. There's something about inner child work that's going to be needed to be done here. And I'm not sure what this is about, hon, but it's important for you. So this feels like the you in the current stage, and this feels like your younger self. We're going to take a look at that. Let's see what's going on first. What chakra energies need a little bit more focus for you right now or in the next little bit of time? Feels like there's only 2 in here. Yeah. Okay. We've got Phoenix Fire Transformation here. And this is be willing to rise again and again and you'll be successful. Show her that. And then the Goddess of Truth. So you've got yellow chakra and blue chakra work to do. And you'll probably have in between there to run the gamut. But reinforce the I am. And then what you speak forward. And this is allow all of your words and actions to reflect your truth. So not just the words, but the actions, how you inhabit it, how you grow going forward. Okay, now let's just see what we got going on here. Put those right there. Yeah, it's coming through big sister, little sister type of energy. So what do we got here? Who's teaching who on this? I'm trying to figure out, I'm going 5 years, and I don't know if this is through the eyes of a 5-year-old or 5 years back, 5 years ago. I don't know what it is. You'll know better than I. Something about 5 years, 5 years. Maybe this is something that's a lesson that you've learned 5 years ago that you're revisiting. I don't know. But I'm getting the 5 years, 5 years. I'm getting it strongly. Okay. We've got the really, really creative energy of the young girl. This is the sword making the change. When little kids cut their hair, they're not afraid of what's going to happen if they cut their hair. They do it because they want to experience something different. And they have the power to do it. They find the scissors, end up with a hell of a crazy bad haircut. But they learn, and usually the parents are like, oh shit, oh no. But there's something that they've learned about what they want and about their identity, what they want to do differently. And recreating something different. This says mural, be your own first priority. This is something about identity that is changing. Phoenix energy here, the truth that you're creating here. Let's see what else is going on. It's leading up to this energy right here.
She put, wow, I've been thinking about cutting my hair.
Yeah. Well, it's right here in the cards. This, like, sometimes our hair becomes our identity, particularly as women, because it's such a association with beauty structure and blah, blah, blah. But do it. Get your hair cut in a way that you like, that helps you feel truer to you, more authentic to you. It will be good for you. You've outgrown a thing. When you're cutting your hair, it's a sacrifice, it's a change. It's why a lot of women, when they get divorced, they'll cut their hair. They need something new. They need to look different. And in our culture, we use like hair color or what we do with our hair as part of our identity a lot. And if we're feeling like that need to change, we're growing into a different version of ourselves. It's a beautiful thing. Allow it. Don't cut your bangs micro short. But yeah, allow it. The playful energy that wants to return to you. The declaration of who you are wants to return so strongly. Mural comes through again. Look at that. Big sister, little sister, you need to create something new. Show her these. The lioness says you've earned your stripes. She definitely is comfortable with what she's earned, what's going on, and how she is in the world. And then think before you judge. So whatever this is, you're encountering some kind of new thing. Think before you judge. Don't just judge something as different. Somebody might see this and think, ooh, scary, scary, bad card, bad card. No, somebody might see this and not think beauty. Both are very, very beautiful. But it's what you want to create and what you need to create that's important here. Show her these. It feels like there's one more in here. Show her these and then we'll get to this next one. And it feels like it's going to the root here. It pins it down. Okay. I've got it. So give those back, if you would, please. Got it? You went through all three?
Yeah, I showed the other one before, but
Okay.
yes.
All right. Now this one comes up as potion, and it says, remember to practice self-love. There's something about this that's completion, and this is something, watch for the timestamp regarding the 12s. You have, if you see 12:12, if you see 12:21, or if you see 12:24. Watch for the timestamp. This is the 24 here. Watch for the clocks when you see this. And think about self-love when you see it. When you see 12:21, it's like a reflection in the mirror. It's when you can say an affirmation. It's when you can say a statement or a declaration. Not a sabotaging thing, but a declaration, an I am statement of the 12:21. At 12:24, you're doubling the time. 12:12, everything's lined up in synchronicity. 12:24, it's, you know the phrase 2 steps forward, 1 step back? It's reverse of that. It's 1 step forward and then 2 more. It's like extra propulsion at that time. Creating and doubling. Things magnified and doubling. Look for those things coming up. Practice the self-love. Now the rooted woman is coming up. What's going over the top of this? There is a need for solitude coming up. We've got the 12 on this card. Very interesting. What I said, and that doesn't usually come through. But we've got the 12 on this, the initiation. You know, when we have midnight and midday, take those times, take those moments. This comes through, and if you see this card, you can see there's a little bit of like almost a frustration or heavy emotions that need to be let go and allowed to let go. And you need to see the beauty of the night sky, not just the bats that are in it. What else is going on? Get grounded. Bookend your day, but get grounded. The well, the source of life. Allow the flow to move through. You can't block this up. This top part of the way, you can't block that and allow the flow to get down. You've got to open things up. This is opening the eyes, opening the flow, opening the emotions in the evening, late in the evening, at the end of the day, after the frustration. Set it down, put that aside. Allow yourself to have tea or water or some kind of drink, cocoa under the stars, whatever it is. Allow yourself to re-nourish that. Allow yourself, even if it's 5 minutes under the stars, don't be neglectful of what this is, and create whatever this ritual is that helps you going forward, that helps you get grounded and helps you get perspective, a sense of the vastness of the universe and where you fit into it, and the divineness of you in it. The buried moon and the hidden feminine is what you're uncovering. Goddess of vibration, truth, is goodness of the vibration, truth. It's the goddess energy coming through. Anything else? Incubation cave, bear spirit energy. Look for the various bears. Now, there was one that I saw the other day, and it had like a black bear, a brown bear, and it had like a yellowy kind of color bear, a gold bear. I don't know what it is, but look for the bear energy and the bear spirit. There's strength, and you need to come out of the hibernation. You need to take the moments for yourself, but not hibernate. There's something that's coming through here that this is a time for you to roam with power, to really have this rise up and be strong. All of this taking care of self is important, but don't go into the cave. Don't distance yourself from the rest of the world. Play your part, play your role in it. One more from the Little Sisters, okay? Something about this 5 years ago keeps returning, don't know what it's about. And I'm getting 5 years ago, maybe not 5 years old. 5 years ago is what I keep getting. Something that's a lesson that a child would have, and I'm getting the time frame of 5 years ago. And this says tree, let them go, whatever it was. And this is bringing in a little bit of shades of tower in it too. There's something you need to release. An old lesson of expectations that you need to release. You need to take some artist license and draw something new. And here, show where there's flames behind the castle and there's flames in the tree, but you can create something new. When an artist makes a mistake, we don't always see the mistake as the viewer. The artist might think, oh, I intended that to be this, and then I take an artist license and I create something new out of it. But the viewer of the masterpiece sees, that's gorgeous. When there's a masterpiece like the Mona Lisa and people wonder what's behind the kind of the smirk smile, what's going on. We don't always know what's going on, but that makes it intriguing, and maybe that's part of the reason it is so intriguing, because we don't always know. So if something's unfolding a little bit differently and you're taking creative license in your life, if what you thought you were creating is shifting now to something different, transforming by way of phoenix energy, right? If we're allowing that transformation to happen, allow it to happen. There could be something, and there often is something, more magnificent than our limited imagination lets us think of. When we open up to more, we allow more to come through. And it's usually bigger and more fab than we could even have thought of.
It's good. Wow, the artist imagery really resonates with me.
Yeah, that's big. And it came through on mural, it came through double time on that. So yeah, that's what I got for you. That's complete. Wow. Yeah. And don't discount the therapeutic value of art. You don't have to have perfect pictures to enjoy drawing. You don't even have to actually make the pictures. If you want to just go into coloring book and enjoy coloring, putting the color to the page in a way we decide sometimes feels so good. So that's what I got. All right.
Oh, thank you so much. I really needed this today.
You are welcome. You are so welcome.
So I don't know what's going on with this holder all of a sudden, but
Is it being weird?
the iPad keeps starting to slip, so I keep having to adjust it. I noticed at one time it had like half an inch to go. I was like, whoa! I think would have fell, that would have been a disaster.
A disaster?
Disaster.
All right. What's next?
Okay, we do have Susan.
Okay, Susan.
And Susan would like to know, let's see if I can find it here. Could you tell me if God will bless me with what I have been asking of him on my birthday tomorrow?
Okay. We're going to go to Tarot of the Idols. Will God bless you with what you've been asking of him tomorrow. I'm getting better. Better than what you expect, better than what you anticipate. You're being blessed bigger and better. You've been blessed in a lot of ways that you don't see yet. You need to look a little bit differently. It feels like it's going to come differently than what you asked for. So the answer in the short phrase is no, it's not exactly what you're expecting. Is it better than what you're expecting? Yes. Nine of Pentacles, huge, huge, huge. Two of Cups, the independence that you're learning and then going towards this perfect pairing that's coming up in the future. And the Wheel of Fortune, you're moving towards the fate shifting in your favor. The independence is coming through, the partnering and the planning and the kindred spirits and soulmates. Sometimes this is very much romantic and sometimes this is friends or business partners, but it's a perfect fit. It's somebody that gets you, is what I'm getting. It feels like a long period of independence or feeling misunderstood lends itself to being understood. This is coming in a little bit differently. And fortune and fate. Now, if you were a gambling person or somebody that was going to play the slots, I'd say luck is on your side on this one. What else is coming through on this? Let's see the line of 5, please. What do you need to know? What is fate trying to bring? Stealthiness. Yes. Stealthiness wants to come through. The way that you have been learning and the lessons that have been difficult for you in the past, it feels like even 2 or more years, there is some kind of culmination of that, and you have learned stealth. You've learned to be more discerning coming up, to be more on your own side, to be more balanced. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So here we have the 3 of Cups, a celebration of something you've learned. A juggling that has happened and learning to balance and honor the inner nudge. Follow that more and more. Following this way where you're not thinking of lack so much. Even though there might not be what feels like a whole ton of money, this one has enough coins to do the job and knows how to balance it more. High Priestess energy coming in. There was a little bit of a delay or a difficult lesson coming through. And it's been a challenge for you. You've been waiting and waiting patiently, and it feels like it is coming soon. And then the 4 of Wands. We got 3 and 4 of Wands. Waiting, waiting, waiting. And then this walking through the threshold. This year is bringing so many good things for you. There is not just the blessing that you seek, but there's what feels like a cornucopia of blessings all around you that has come in. The way you've gotten stronger, the way you've gotten more independent is not just admirable, but it's really pleasing to the other side. Pleasing. There's a good amount of pride that comes through with this. The independence is there, but the way of understanding others is a little bit different. You've been doing some growing up, and that's not meant to be condescending. It just feels like you've grown a lot. You've had certainly your share of struggles, but you've grown so much. What else is coming in over these 3? A little bit of betrayal and heartache and feeling like you can't move on. A big lesson that was painful for you was meant to teach you. And then you have the death and rebirth, the transformation. This is the move on from something that's painful from the past. Big time. Move on. You've got the clearance. It's like you almost didn't have the permission slip before. Almost didn't allow yourself before. But now you've seen this painful lesson. It teaches you. It doesn't have to kill you. You move on from it. And then here, this death and rebirth. This is like understanding that you truly are butterfly now. You're no longer caterpillar, no longer bound to earth and just slow. No. Flight will ensue. Hierophant here is meant to teach you. Meant to help you move forward. What else is going on for you? Coming forward. Soul Spark Tarot. See what's going on here. I want to look at the next 6 months for you just because I'm getting the nudge to check it out, investigate that. So that's what we're going to look at. Yeah, the blessing that it's like you sometimes ask for too little. The blessing that you ask for is a small piece of the big blessings that you're going to be receiving this year. Open to growth, open to doing things. There's been a lesson in accountability and stewardship that you've felt like has been a little bit oppressive, but you've got it. You figured it out. You understand it. You understand the independence and the strength that comes from that. You're getting that. It's really brilliant. It's good to see. It's not just brilliant in the way of light shining bright, but it's also smartness for you. Wisdom. All right. Quick summary. Whoa, 3 of Wands. Page of Wands, yeah. Excited to go forward in a huge new way, to share your gifts, to share what it is that is your reward, moving forward. Rich reward coming for you. Page of Cups right here. This is new start energy coming forward. Empress here in the conscious thoughts. Divine Feminine bringing forward more opportunity for you. The Page of Cups is the one that usually has stinky fish tea. Like you go to the water, you get that fish, you didn't want that fish, but that's what you got. The creator in you is trying to learn a different lesson, a better lesson. Subconsciously comparing A to B as if they're the same. You're still learning a little bit on this in the way you compare and make choices. Your discernment has gotten better, but you still see things as equal when they're not. You're learning how to differentiate between the two swords, how to use your emotions and your intuition, not just the emotions. Not let that overtake you. The Juggler is right here again, coming through again. Yeah, this is, don't go from the space of lack. You're letting go of that way of thinking, and you're bringing more in. The more you let go of lack, the more you bring abundance towards you. It's a tricky thing to do. There's 4 here. There's more security. You will have enough, but you still feel this little bit of lack. You're still going to have lessons in this. Now, some of us have these lessons partly because of childhood and how we grew up. And we have these lessons for a lifetime over and over and over. And when we do the corrective, then it helps us. And it feels like that's what's going on for you. 9 of Swords in this energy around you. A little bit of fear about, oh no, what if I get what I don't want? What if what you don't want is even better than what you do want? Sword of Truth coming through, and the 3. The universe knows what you want. This is Santa Fe burger all over the place, and you got it over here too. Will you show her these? The truth is, you've ordered the Santa Fe burger, and the universe knows it, and it's bringing it forward, bringing it forward, bringing it forward. You don't have to chase the waitress to get the burger. All right? That's what I got. That's complete. Yeah, the universe is bringing you something bigger than you expected. Yeah. Like, maybe it'll be like bringing you artichoke dip with the Santa Fe burger, and you're like, I don't like artichokes. And you try one bite, and you're like, oh my God, this is the best thing ever. Something like that is what's coming in. Okay.
Okay, this thing is keeps sliding on me for
I'm
some
telling
reason.
you, one
This
of those was being wacky.
Well, this one is it. The other one is perfectly fine. The iPad's way the same. So it's like, this
Well,
one is
okay.
losing its grip.
Okay, well, I
So
don't know.
I keep having, but I went through like the whole first hour of the show.
If you want to switch it.
No, that's too much shaking.
Okay, sorry. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, that was a bad suggestion.
Yeah, but that's what I felt coming through for you, honey. All right. Bad suggestion. I don't know what you're talking about.
If you're not going to give good advice, don't give advice at all. So
Are you telling me that? How about the step off advice? Have you heard that lately, dude? Listen, husband, who I love dearly,
man.
there's a door.
Susan put, wow, sounds great. Thank you, Angie, and thank you, Phil,
You're
and thank
welcome,
you,
honey.
God.
You are welcome. You are so welcome. Yeah.
Ah.
And there's something, and I don't know who said it, so I wish I knew and I could give credit. But it's, if not this, better. And the universe is always lining that up. We just forget because we get our heart set on whatever this is. And the universe often brings us so much better. And we had no idea. So, yeah.
Okay, our last read
Okay.
is a pinch for Brandy.
Pinch for Brandy. Okay, you got it.
Brandy put, wow, shots fired.
That's okay. He can have
Okay,
it.
I'm going to see
I forgot
about
to tell you
getting
this in a little minute.
this on so I can get the pinches.
Okay. I think I'm ready. You ready?
Ready, do it.
Okay. That's incomplete.
Jeez,
That's complete.
I had one fly way over here, Ange.
Yeah, I see it. There's a certain level of gratitude that's coming through over here. We've got the, I'll bring this in. There's a certain level of gratitude coming in with the peace bird here. This is dove, bird of peace, coming through here, but it's bringing through a huge amount of gratitude coming in. Now this one, this is a cactus. We've had a lot of cactus talk today. This is lessons that are deep. The cactus grows because it's rooted deep and it gets from the water deep, deep, deep below the surface. This is something that's gratitude because you've had something that's a deep lesson coming forward. Look, I'm going to show them this. I don't know if they can see this well enough, but that's amazing coming through today.
A little shaking here. I'm going to take this thing off this
Okay.
stupid thing.
All right,
Sorry
you got
about
it? So we've got the cactus right here coming through. And there's the bird that has the gratitude coming through. Now, things that you've been attached to. We had the clip here, and I told you it wasn't enough, and the screw came through. Old attachments need to be released. This paper clip is an attachment. Sometimes we see the clothespin coming through. This is something that you thought was nailed in, screwed in tight, and it's released. The time for it is to go, to go, to go, to go. Dreams of the past, dreams that have echoes of the past coming in. It's a lesson of the past coming in. And this is the sheep's lesson. It's the lesson where you don't follow, you have to do differently. I don't know why it is. It's not so much the color on the sheep that's important right here. It's more that it's coming in like a sheep. It's not coming in as a ram. It's not coming in as purple. It's coming in as a lesson that you used to follow, follow, follow. Time's up on that, releasing that old pattern, letting go. Moving forward. We've got the elephant's lesson here. The herd instinct, the protective instinct is strong, and really blooming where you're planted is coming through strongly. And what else is coming through? A symphony. There's lots of elements coming together, lots of harmonics coming together. A symphony is coming through. It's not just one instrument, it's multiple. Again, the herd mindset and bloom where you're planted, understanding soul tribe, understanding the pack that you're in. The way of the elephants. Recently there was the earthquake and all the elephants gathered around the little elephant to protect it. It's like their instincts knew what to do. The bloom where you're planted. We've got the blooms over here. There's depth to what you have, depth to what you offer, depth to where you're perfectly suited to be right now. You're not in the wrong space and place right now. We've got the spider coming through. There's vibration on the web you'll feel just as strongly as the elephants felt the earthquake. Not everybody would pick it up, but the instinct, the intuition will pick it up sooner. There's something coming in December. This coming in, this is the wreath, this is Christmas wreath, this is December coming in. This also is a victory coming in. When we see the Six of Wands, we see the laurel wreath coming forward. Victory, this is something you're working towards. Allow it to be a thread at a time, a thread at a time. The spider doesn't spin the web all in just one shot, just blammo, there's a web. It's not like Spider-Man just slinging a whole web at once. No, the spider weaves the web one thread at a time, one thread at a time. If you see anybody knitting or crocheting, it's stitch stacked on stitch, stacked on stitch, stitch after stitch in a row. It's step after step, gently done, deliberately done. Choices. The words you speak, the thoughts you think important right now. Your subconscious needs re-examined, evaluated. If there's thoughts that are disruptive to your field, you need to examine them and let them go. And this is what's coming through here. It's time to let that go. Again, it's overdue. Time to let that go. The thoughts that you were attached to need to go, need to go. There's a release here. It's not being held together. This is flexible fluid paper clip. Why is it in there? For that very reason. To allow ourselves to allow release. Mo comes in frequently when this comes in, and Mo is here, and she's showing me, the post-it notes that she usually does, and she writes on them. She's just ripping them off and tossing. So thoughts and notions that you've been attached to, it's like you're getting a new mantra. You're letting go of these old. Let the wind carry those post-it notes. You've outgrown them. The key moving forward. Now this is a knitting key. This is one where you tighten the knitting needles for interchangeable needles. And this is a key. And what it does is it allows you to crank in and tighten, and these two get attached to something new, and they create a new tool for you to use going forward. There's something that's meant to be climbing. This is coming in December. This whole timeline, the rest of it is in December associated. And this is coming in, and this is giving me months. It's like something for a season, and it's giving me 4 months, and I don't know what that's about. But the space between December and this, it feels like these next 4 months you're really dedicated to examining your thoughts, creating a new mindset, opening up to a new mindset is key for you right now. This is what's coming through. You're not going to follow. You're charting your own course in a way that's really solid and good for you. Anything else she needs to know? Yeah, Nordic. We'll go here. Aurora Borealis is coming through, and if you put that on, even if you put it on like a YouTube channel and you look for the northern lights, the northern sky, the Aurora Borealis, if you look at that, is like a good way of you connecting. It's a hack. It's a hack for you. It's like a cheat code to get you into perspective about the broad sense of the universe right away. Yeah, just put it on with some music or whatever. You'll find it all over YouTube. I'm sure there's a ton of it. But you'll find what it is. You'll know. There's certain meditations that I love and I know, and it's like boom, and they can get me in there. It's like Chutes and Ladders, and you get a shortcut, that kind of thing. Yeah. The world, motivation, a completion, a cycle. Yeah. Seasons of change coming through. I want one more. You want to open things up and go through a portal. Completion has happened. This Ten of Swords isn't so much painful as it is completion. Motivation to move forward. Completion's happened. Moving through the portal in a different way. Three of Swords. This is saying affairs of the heart. This is what you're needing to let go of. Yes? Okay. Anything else? Yeah, there's still more in here. Justice. Ah, okay. Examine it, but let it go. Just like the papers. Let it go, let it go. You're trying to balance something new. The scales are coming in. This is what's coming in. The balance will be achieved by December, but it takes a while, a bit of practice. The scales aren't ever perfectly balanced. There's always something going on. There's a lot of us on the planet. There's a lot of karma going forward, unrolling forward, and being unrolled. There's a lot of balancing going on, and this is what's going on with you. Letting go of old lessons, bringing in new ones, getting closer to the balance point, closer to the balance point. Sometimes it's going to feel like this, but more often it's going to feel more even, more even, more even. This is also to do with temperance, transmuting things, shifting the energy, a little step at a time, a little step at a time. So when you feel the vibration like the earthquake, remember the pack of elephants. Then also remember what you feel in the subtle field, on the web, on the invisible strands of the web that are the subtle energetic field. And just start lining that up, lining it up, doing your spiritual work, creating your path, creating what this is, that is your web that helps you get from point A to point B beautifully and with ease. That's what I've got. That's complete.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And she did say, I'm going to try that tonight for sure.
Yeah. I don't know what that's about, but I would definitely give it a go.
And she said earlier, I'm going to get a cactus today.
Yay! Yeah, excellent. That's good. Good.
All right. Brandy said, thank you, Angie.
You are so welcome.
Krista said, that was amazing, Angie.
Oh, thank you.
All
I
right,
like
so
doing this.
I guess that's it for today.
That's it for today.
We will be back tomorrow.
I guess we'll be back tomorrow, guys.
Sometime midday, let's just say between 11 and 2, we'll start the show.
Okay,
Somewhere in
that's
that
what Phil's
area.
saying. Between 11 and 2. So, okay.
Regis
I might have new tarot cards.
Oh, yes, we're going to go
We're
see
going to go
about
to that
getting
shop,
into-
so I might have some new cards to show. So we'll see.
Brandy put the meditation with Northern Lights. Going to try tonight.
Yeah, and I
Medium,
tried, and
sorry.
you might even find something that has that and like singing bowls or something like that in connection with it too. It might be really helpful. But yeah, I would try it and see what happens. Yeah, the greens and the purples of that are gorgeous for you, and that's heart space and third eye if you're going straight chakras. So that's what I got.
Good deal. Krista, thank you guys. Always love
Thank
chatting
you,
with
thank you, guys.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Red Jessica.
Take
We will
care.
see you guys. Thanks so much, Krista. Thanks for your help today. Kim took the
Thank
day
you,
off.
Thank you.
Kim is hanging out with her daughter. So
Yes.
she's not with us today, but she hopefully will be back tomorrow.
I hope so. We'll
Have
see
a
you
great
tomorrow,
rest of the
guys.
day, guys. We
Take
will
care.
see you tomorrow. Take
Bye-bye.
care.